Welcome to Raw Online. This topic is about POPQ classification and Baden-Walker classification. These two classifications, they are used for quantifying or grading the pelvic organ prolapse. So what is meant by pelvic organ prolapse? Pelvic organ prolapse is characterized by the descent of pelvic organs. So there will be a descent of pelvic organs from their normal positions into the vagina. So that is called as pelvic organ prolapse. Depending upon which organ is undergoing prolapse, we have various definitions. So the first thing is, before moving on to the pelvic organ prolapse, we have to know about the supports of uterus. The normal position of the uterus is anteverted and anteflexed. So when you see the normal position is anteverted and anteflexed, and that of the external os will be at the level of ischial spines. So what is meant by anteversion? This anteversion is nothing but it is the angle made by the body of the uterus, the axis of the body of uterus to that of the vagina. So when you see normally, so this will be the long axis of the uterus with that of the vagina. So what angle? It forms an angle of 90 degree. So this angle, it forms an angle of 90 degree and anteversion is 90 degree. It is the angle between long axis of the uterus with the long axis of vagina. So this is 90 degrees. The next thing is what is meant by anteflexion. So when you see the next diagram, you can see it clearly. Anteflexion is the angle between the uterus, and the cervix. So anteflexion is the angle between the uterus and the cervix, between the axis of the uterus and the cervix. This is, as you can see, it is an obtuse angle. So the angle is 140 degree. The normal axis or the normal angle of anteflexion is 140 degrees. So normally the uterus will be anteverted and anteflexed and the external os is at the level of ischial spine. So the external os will be at the level of ischial spine. So after seeing this, we have to know about the supports of uterus. The supports of uterus, you have the ligaments and fascia. They will actually suspend from the walls of the pelvis. So they will suspend the organs to the walls of the pelvis. And you have the main muscle, which is the levator ani muscle, and that is the tone of the levator ani muscle is very important for maintaining the organ. So during straining or stretching or post delivery, what happens? The tone of this levator ani muscle might get lost or it might get weak and it might be the cause for pelvic organ prolapse. So this usually forms a diaphragm. So thereby what happens? When the patient is straining much or when the patient is sneezing or coughing, this levator ani actually serves as the purpose of it is to prevent prolapse. Now we have the vagina. What does it do? Its posterior angulation, which what happens is that it gets increased during intra-abdominal pressure and that will also support the uterus. So the three things will be the ligaments, the second one will be the levator ani muscle and the vagina itself.